What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, continuing with the newest episode of Super Bowl or Bust, a series that doesn't make any goddamn bit of sense, kind of like Mythbusters, a teeny little bit, here in Madden 17. So as you can tell by the thumbnail of the title, we have decided to see how good the Patriots are going to be. Do they need the GOAT? Do they need TB12? So what we did was took the most intriguing quarterback prospect I think you could find right now in Madden to see if he's good enough to get the Patriots to the Super Bowl. And that man is Terrelle Pryor Sr., the Ohio State quarterback that maybe some considered the top quarterback on the Browns roster last year. So looking at what we got here for Terrelle Pryor, not the top dog here, but yet, 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 throw power, 71 short throw accuracy, 74 medium throw accuracy, 69 deep throw, 85 throw on the run, and 67 play action. Plus, he definitely has the best outfield ball carrying ability out of any of these quarterbacks. So what we're going to do here, we got to pretty much update it rosters here a little bit. A little Julian Edelman, a little Brandon Cooks action, Who else was a signing? Running back, Gillespie, top running back. We got Malcolm Butler. Coney Ely's on the roster. Okay. Can we do it with Mr. Terrelle Pryor? We're going to have to wait and see. Let's sim right now to the playoffs. I think we might. I think we might get wildcard, to be honest with you. But not having Tom Brady, we all know Tom Brady's influence on this roster, and at least from a Madden standpoint. In real life, he's clearly the guy that makes everything go, or at least everyone inside New England believes that. There's plenty of outside chatter that Bill Belichick runs a quarterback-friendly scheme. That it's pretty much a plug-and-play system. I am not one of those people. I think Tom Brady, as much as it pains me to say, I do not want to come off like I enjoy watching the Patriots dominate. I hate the Patriots. They're one of my least favorite teams in the NFL. But to say that Tom Brady is benefiting in any way by a friendly offense, I think would be pretty ridiculous of you to say. Now, I've said this countless times. I have to get this out of the way because a lot of this video will probably come off like I'm applauding the Patriots. I'm patting them on the back. I still think the most talented quarterback is within that same division. But his name was Dan Goddamn Marino. But in terms of the greatest quarterback, I think Tom Brady has earned that right. Especially with that comeback against the Falcons in Super Bowl. The Chinese Super Bowl, Super Bowl Lee. Very impressive. The stats, he's the stats to back it. I think, obviously, he's behind Brett Favre. He's behind Peyton Manning in stats. But it looks like Tom Brady, I'm going to say unless, people ask me this in the live stream all the time, when do I think Tom Brady's going to hang him up? When he says he wants to play 6 more seasons. I firmly believe there's going to be a time where he's going to get concussion. He's going to get hit eventually. That offensive line in New England's not bad, but let's be honest, they're definitely not the strongest offensive line in the NFL. I think it'll be one head injury, maybe a year or two down the road, that will just have him say, yeah, do I really need to keep playing? Maybe if he gets another Super Bowl, he might go out on top, debatably. But I'm going to put my money on 2 years. Tom Brady's going to play for 2 more seasons. Maybe 3, that's the max. But, that was a 40-some. But I think within those seasons, he will be able to close the gap if you use statistics in determining the greatest of all time. Maybe not catch up. I don't know what the exact gap is, the numbers between him and Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning has a lot of the top stats right now. But I think Tom Brady's going to get close enough that with all the Super Bowls and everything, should be, undisputed across all platforms as the greatest quarterback. But that is, just give us another 17 seasons. I'm sure Carson Wentz will supplant Tom Brady as the GOAT. And he'll have his own special cover of Madden and all that junk. But here we go. Week 17, we made the wild card with Terrelle Pryor as our starting quarterback. Oh, my God. Career year. Using the term career year. Let's see what he did. We're 10-6. So it's kind of like when Matt Castle led the Patriots. All right, let's see. What did Pryor do? So we came second in the division to the Bills. Bills had themselves a nice season here. Oh, my God. Terrelle Pryor, a 72 overall Terrelle Pryor, as starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. 4,500 passing yards, 39 touchdowns, 8 picks to go along with 45 sacks. Mike Gillespie. That's how people say Gillespie. As a Gator fan, I disagree with that. But he had a big year. Deion Lewis had a big year. Receiving, Gronk, Julian Edelman had nice seasons. Defensively, dominant once again. What do we got here? Well, that's kind of actually low for Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers is one of those low-key guys. He's a stud within the simulation here. Let's bring this mic a little bit closer. Only 5 sacks. A little disappointed. We got the interceptions to boot here. Gilmore, look at that free side. Gilmore getting 4 picks. All right, so what we're going to do is, because I don't want these videos to be super long, we're going to play the moments, and we're only going to take over third downs. You know, red zone, something like that. Other than that, I want this sim. I don't want to have too much influence over these games myself. So as long as the sims do most of the work, and I come in just every now and again when the going is hot, so we can see a little bit of Terrelle Pryor in that Patriot red, white, and blue. God, how are they not America's team, huh? Why? How selfish are the Dallas Cowboys to name themselves the America's team? That's why everyone hates Dallas. One of the main reasons anyone outside of the NFC East hates Dallas. Like, oh yeah, who the fuck made you America's #1 team, you know? I'm not even American, and that pisses me off. The arrogance to claim that. But anyways, 10-6, 10-6. All right, this is what, every now and again, the Super Bowl or bust. Sometimes we get like just a, absolute disappointing result. Don't make the playoffs. Bottom dwellers. The last episode we did, that I recorded actually, we didn't even make we're bottom dwellers. But every now and then it works, and it's pretty goddamn intriguing. Let's see, third down. There we go. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll just take over in the red zone. I think that'll help this not go more than like 15-20 minutes. All right, let's go TP. We're number 88. We got a kind of a Ty Montgomery scenario going on here. We'll just take off and scramble. There we go. Lots of that will be happening. Gonna run again. I hate this, man. Texans are one of my Achilles heel. For those of you that are, long-time subscribers, there's a few things that I struggle against in Madden. Cornerback blitzes, going up against the Texans defense, the goddamn San Diego LA Chargers, Joey Bosa, and more of late the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons have been kind of a thorn in my side. All right, red zone, what again? All right, let's go. Halfback wheel. See if we can get Brandon Cooks a touchdown here. Oh, J.J. Watt pops us. Look at that. Well, I mean, it's not even a thin frame. I think Terrelle Pryor is like 230 pounds. Okay. God, I don't know why Bill Belichick just, woke up one morning and decided, I do not want to be in Madden. That's what happened. What a boss. Who else can do that? Who else can just say, nah, I'm good. Thanks, though. Oh, that was okay. All right. Well, like I said, it's an acquired taste. You have to get used to using a wide receiver as your quarterback here. Overthrew Gronk there. I think we undersold that a little bit. That would have been a touchdown. Another turnover. We're struggling here now, people. We are struggling here now. I guess we'll pick this one up just because I felt like I let my team down with that last turnover. If we can get another touchdown, pull this game within 4. I still think we've accomplished great things here. Just take off. We'll do pretty much looks. Oh, it's a late hit. Brian Cushing, that roid head with the late hit. Add 15 onto that. Put us up in the red zone. Thank you very much, Mr. Referee. Thank you, Pete Morelli. Oh, it was Whitney Merciless. Okay. Either or. Brian Cushing can suck it. So it's kind of like we're playing the mini Patriots. It wouldn't be too hard to assume that the Patriots here kind of, really influencing the Houston Texans. Oh, my God. All right, maybe it wasn't the best idea to come in real cold. Probably should have let the sim take over here for this entire match. Coming in real cold right now playing this game. There we go. We'll just go Julian Edelman. Best route runner in Madden. Easy score. Thank you very much. All right, so we didn't win the playoffs, okay? I think my one pick did not seal the fate of that game. We just weren't good enough to beat the Texans, who I think are low-key, maybe right behind the Chargers in terms of the simulation. But still, we made the playoffs, 10-6 with Terrelle Pryor at the quarterback spot, which I would say overall, the experiment here of T. Pryor as the quarterback, replacing TB12, could be considered a success. But yeah, that's how we're going to wrap this video up. As always, guys, no idea is too, well, Okay, maybe we won't go that far, but most suggestions aren't too dumb for me to include them and actually work them out here as a Super Bowl or bust. So feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below with an idea you would like to see featured here in these videos. We have other ideas up on deck. I only came up with like 7 or 8 ideas, and the rest, most of these videos you guys will be seeing over the next couple weeks were all your guys' suggestions. So keep on keeping on with that. And until next time, it's C4 saying this is your first time stopping by. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, peace.